The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.
Guy Fieri, how are you?
I'm good. I'm not wearing the KiSS 92.5 bike helmet with camera on it.
Are you jealous? Like, would you rather wear it than
No,
me?
you know what? I don't think, Maurie, that I can, damn it, Maurie, I don't think I can pull it off. I think that Roz and Mocha send you out like that, I wouldn't want to break your style.
I think it would ruin your hair. Speaking of hair.
No, my hair might ruin that helmet.
Speaking of hair,
Yes.
we're in the middle of Movember right now. So I'm rocking the Movember stash, but Roz Mocha had me dye it black. So I can't
What
think of
color is it normally?
Sort of like an orange, kind of with a hint of this, that, and the other.
You make it like a tea blend.
Yeah.
So
It's like an orange peacock.
It's very cop mustache, though.
Now,
very cop. You know what cop mustache is? Because cops can't have it below their mouth line.
is that the rule? Because people are saying I look like a 70s cop. So
Yeah, I do think with the helmet on, particularly, you do have a little. You do have a little cop look.
So somebody who does the two-tone hair thing, am I doing well? Like are you and I part of our own club
who has
now?
two-tone hair?
You got like the sort of one color here, and then you have the blonde and the blonde.
I'm a natural blonde. I just dye my roots to be kind of content.
See, and I'm a natural auburn, but I
See?
dyed the stash black. So we're part of the same club now.
There we are, same team.
Is there anything I should know about doing the two-tone thing?
I really don't spend a lot of time, as much as people might anticipate that I have like some real big design about what's going on here. I don't really have a real big design, although my hairstylist does travel with me, but that's a whole other story.
Look at you and your hairstylist traveling with
No,
you.
it's actually one of my best friends, and he's also a makeup artist.
Mm-hmm.
So he just happened to be starting his mind. I can't believe I'm telling you all this. What is it with you wearing the camera on your head that's getting all the great info out of me?
Why don't we talk about why you're in Toronto right now?
Please.
And the fact that you're getting involved in Toronto community and work like that. I think it's amazing that you came here for this.
Well, I'm very honored. I mean, you guys have an amazing program that's going on. This is your third annual. The Chef's Challenge to raise money for Mount Sinai, for the hospital, for the research, for the care, for the programs. It's just amazing. And the moment I heard about it, I said, well, let's see if we can make these timelines work and figure this out, because I'd really like to go. I lost my little sister a year and a half ago to cancer. And if you have not been part of that, if you've not experienced that yet, it's the worst thing in the world. You know, here's a completely healthy 38-year-old single mom raising a kid, massage therapist, vegetarian, just lives a great life, and gets cancer. And it's got to stop. And we all have to come together to help do this. And it's not just about raising money, which a tremendous amount of money has been raised, but more is needed. And it's about raising money and raising awareness. And that's what I'm so excited. It's great to see your station, see 92.5 get involved, see this whole town rally about it, the whole country rallying behind it. And so to be invited to come and MC it and kind of spin this thing up into a whirlwind of good energy and fundraising efforts and just attitude towards cancer, we can beat it. And Mount Sinai is leading the way, and let's support them.
I almost jumped in for a hug. Well said.
I'm telling you, brother, and I have to kind of prep myself for the conversations, because it just reminds me of my sister Morgan, and I went through it with my mom and dad. My mom and dad were there, and she left a little boy named Jules who's 13 now, and we had probably the best situation you can have, as horrible as it was. And I think about the families that don't have the resources and don't have each other, and the single parents, and people that are trying to go through this. It's not just the treatment, it's the programs and the services and the support that go along with it. And that's what's so important here. I think that people, unless you go through it, unless you're part of this bad club, people don't really know how important this is. So to be invited to come do it, I'm looking forward to Saturday. We are going to have a day. It's going to be a lot of great energy, a lot of great people. It's a lot of contacts. It's a lot of raising money, raising awareness. And we've had two great guys come and do and host this before, but the year 3, that's where
this is the year, baby.
We're gonna knock it out.
Everybody loves diners, drive-ins.
Everybody
and
has
dives.
great taste.
Like, this show is incredible. Now, the fact that you're in Toronto, there are articles in so many papers right now of speculations on where you're filming in Toronto right now.
Dun.
What can you tell us about filming this amazing show in town?
Yeah, let me tell you, and this is the straight up, Mark. This is I'm giving it to you. You're
straight
live.
up, buddy.
Well, you've got the helmet cam
Straight
on
up.
me and everything. So, we shot in Vancouver about a year and a half ago, and we had some of the greatest food. I had gone up to Whistler before for a buddy's wedding, and I just remember stopping in Vancouver and trying all this great food. And I wouldn't be honest saying that I've heard that Toronto was always great, or that Canada was great food. I'm overwhelmed with how great the food is. I think more people should be recognizing that Canada has these little mom and pop joints. You get these cool little towns inside of big towns, inside of Toronto, these little neighborhoods, and you got some rock star food, man. And this is what we're looking for in Triple D. We're looking for these mom and pop joints, kind of off the beaten path. Maybe you pass by it, small little storefront that just do some really righteous food. We had some duck fries today.
Duck fries?
They did duck confit de poutine. Some duck.
You almost
poutine.
said it right.
Well, poutine. You could. I heard you could.
Because if you went to Montreal, your name would be Guy.
Yeah, so and you want to get that helmet cam taken off you right now. You can call me Guy. I lived in France. I was an exchange student. They called me Guy.
So poutine.
So the poutine or poutine, however you want to go with it, it's in one example of the great food. And the Montreal smoked meat, outrageous.
So, but what are you doing in? What are you?
I'm not telling you where. More, I know you. I know your listeners.
I'm going to squint my eyes a little bit. That makes you tell the truth.
You have all these listeners. You're going to send these hordes of people. These droves of people will show up. No, we got to keep it quiet. But I will tell you today.
Yeah.
We went to Kaplansky's.
Yeah, on Bloor.
The Bomb. We went to Rosedale Diner.
Yes.
Over there on Young's Avenue.
Yeah.
Busy Avenue. Longest once the
something
longest
like that,
street. Yeah. And then we also went to the Stockyards. Oh, and
Great.
all three.
Yeah.
All three out just rocking it.
I can make a killer chili, by the way, in my crock pot if you ever want to try it.
Very nice. Well, tell me when you open. Open your shop.
Now, being the fact that you go to all these amazing places and you do all this amazing food for Triple D, is there anything that you won't eat? Is there anything you won't put in your mouth?
Not a big fan of liver. Now, liver pate is a different thing. Chicken liver is a different thing. But just straight up old slab of liver cooked on the pan with some onions and so forth, not so much my gig. Not an enormous fan of eggs cooked just like eggs in dishes and so forth. I'm okay with, but other than that, I eat it all. I love food, man. I got in town late last night. We didn't get into about 12:30. And I was remiss that I didn't have like something, to eat but I don't like to eat before I go to bed. So I try to, not eat 3 or 4 hours before I go to bed.
Last couple of questions.
Please.
The world is changing so often.
Yes.
And everybody is all about this gluten-free stuff.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of incorporating that into your Triple D show? It's,
without question, something that's far more contemporary and necessary than people understand.
Because Triple D is kind of like food porn. You're eating stuff that we cheat on.
Food porn?
You're cheating for us.
Food porn is it's been called that before. As the restaurants start to develop more of it, and as they start to focus on it more, then I'll start highlighting it in the show more. We run gluten-free products at some of my restaurants in California, and I think it's very necessary. And I didn't know just how sensitive people were to it. I think more people have a gluten issue than they may be aware of. And I think that people are starting to catch on now, and I think they're saying now 1 in 10 people have that. So it'll become, and we need to, as a whole society, we need to focus more on what we're eating, what we're putting on our bodies. And people say, well, diners, drive-ins, and dives is all greasy joints and French fries and burgers, and it's really not. It's really about handmade food and food made with a lot of love and made with a lot of passion, and all different types of food. And that's really something that I think is misinterpreted. But we need to eat more moderation, without question.
Before I get to this list, I want to ask you, what are you doing for Christmas? Somebody that is so involved in food, when you go to family for Christmas, do they try and impress you by bringing out
Family
stuff?
comes to me. Family comes to me. I don't.
Oh, yeah?
I hold the gatherings. I'm the
traditional turkey or something.
Well, we do that. We do the turkey. We do the prime rib. We'll do a ham. I have to do those space, and then just gets into wild stuff. I mean, we'll make pasta. We'll make raviolis. We'll do. For Thanksgiving.
Let me interrupt. My
Please.
thing is, I always have to have gelled cranberry sauce from the can, still in the shape of the can, on the plate. That's my only tradition.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good tradition.
Because it makes that sound when it comes out of the can.
Yeah, that's
see?
good. I think you can actually buy that at one of those gag stores where you can just sit there and make the squashing sound. That's a Nadia G word. But no, I think that cranberries don't get enough play. I'll tell you that. I take fresh cranberries or frozen cranberries, but make your own cranberry sauce. If you like cranberries, if you enjoy that, without the squashy sound, you can just sit there and get the can and make that noise. get yourself some real cranberries. I don't think that it gets parlayed into the meal enough. You need to have some of that acid, some of that bitterness.
It's just not the same as the cranberry loaf.
Yeah, the cranberry log. Or
log, I like, yes.
Or the clog.
The
cranberry clog.
Before we get cut off, I've put together this list, and I think that you're going to enjoy this. I'll hand you the list, and then I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
So this is a list of top things only that are foods, that are real foods, but sound dirty when read by Guy Fieri.
Well, it's funny because I do have a can of Spotted Dick at the house. Heinz makes that.
That's number 1 on the list.
Yes. I don't know about kakaliki soup.
On the list, number 2, a real thing. I don't know what it is. I just read this online.
That? Okay. Sticky buns, that's great. Asian restaurant. That nut goodie, don't know what that is. Kumquats, I make that with a mojito, kumquat mojito.
It's also my favorite word.
And blow pops. That's quite an interesting list. I don't know that you spelled any of the words correctly.
I'm sure I got kumquat right.
I don't know what that word is. That's it. Look with your own camera. What? That's like a music symbol that you put right there. That's not even a real.
Oh, to me it's right.
That's right. Well, you asked me to read it.
Last question before we get cut off here.
Please.
Rachel versus Guy, new season coming up. What can we expect?
Well, it's going to be an awesome season. Rachel's probably one of the neatest people and the most enthusiastic people that you'll find in food today. And when they asked Rachel and I to do the show, they said, Guy, hey, you want to do the show with Rachel? And I said, wow, with Rachel? You bet. And they said to Rachel, hey, Rachel, you want to do a show with Guy? So they kind of duped both of us into it. The first competition, Rachel's team won, very narrow margin. And this year I'm coming back with a vengeance. Great celebrities. It's in California this year. It's not in New York. And it's not in studio as much as it was in the first season.
Yep. And
I will tell you this, if you enjoyed last year, you are going to love this year.
Honestly, one of the best. I've been looking forward to talking to you for years, and I'm so glad that we did. You have the best personality, best demeanor, and I'm glad that you're just the way we see you on TV.
I have not. Well, thank you, and I haven't been interviewed with a helmet cam before, but I got to say,
nor will you again, because I'll sue anyone that does this.
And you know what I would expect though is just a little bit more theatrics to this. I would like to see a headdress to it, something a little bit more ornamental. So maybe lights or flash.
I'm not your guinea pig.
I'm not. I'm just making recommendations. I think that if you're going to do it, go big or go home.
That's what they say.
Like a tiger head or something.
That's what she said. Okay.
Nice
Dude, you're the best, man. Thank you so much.
The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.